sick of hearing people talking about, oh, your body shaming, Are we live?
No, I am.
Sorry.
No, I am.
Around. Hold on.
You want me to go in front of the computer? Let me go in front of the light.
Back to the cash.
Okay. What you guys can just go on the, I don't know, we can see what it's getting.
Whoa, that was good.
Oh my god. Yo, hey everybody. Hi. What's poppin'? Please share. Post it in the groups and stuff like that.
Hashtag Calamity and Shakes.
Shut up.
Hashtag out after the function. Yeah, hashtag after the function. But no, this is something that I really want to talk about because it's actually come up before. And I guess we should talk about it now. It's not going to be super long conversation. But I want to actually get other people's opinions on it as well. I mean, the conversation topic is already there. Should non-Black people be allowed to walk the Black Liberation Ball? Knowing that it's the Black Liberation Ball and what, the quote-unquote Black Liberation Ball stands for. What does it stand for? Black liberation, first of all. Just remember that, right? But I don't see any problem at all walking the Black Liberation Ball as a non-Black person. And I guess I'll share my opinion why. Because first of all, the theme of the ball is Black liberation, right? It's not like a Black exclusive ball. I don't feel that it should be exclusive to Black people because like you saying, Cash, we can't afford for it to be only Black people. That's so stupid. But I actually do not see that. I don't see it as any form of forward thinking to have the ball be Black only. The theme of the ball and the theme of the entire weekend is Journey to Black Liberation. Liberation in this world, to be who we want to be, to be unapologetically Black. And we could not and should not only be unapologetically Black in Black spaces. Because how are you being unapologetically Black if you're only... among Black people, exactly. That's not being unapologetic about it in any way. Right. And now, of course, white people would be there and be in the audience and stuff like that. But bitch, it's not cooning season as well. I'm not going to be sitting down and motherfucking voguing and putting on this show and having white people just clap in the audience for me. Right? That to me is definitely not going to be the case. Because, that shouldn't be the case. Let me say that. It shouldn't be the case. What would be the point of having an all-Black ball? We know ballroom comes from Black people. It comes from the Black community, Black trans women, right? And Black queer men in Black queer and trans spaces. But to have it only for us, to me, it's like, I don't know. I'm just not, first of all, as a performer, I am not going to perform in front of a fucking crowd of white people at no Black Liberation Ball. It's not happening. I'm just not cooning like that. Right. And to me, that feels like cooning.
I was about to say that.
Right? It's like, say it. No, I mean, sorry. I don't think anyone thought that. Yes, of course, we know.
Jared said, I think the only issue people may think about would be culture appropriation with some of the categories, but what?
Yes.
In this case, it makes sense. The hats are designed in a way where they have to
give. Yes, thank you. JR, you hit the head on the nail on the head with that comment, because that is how I designed the categories, right? It's called reclaiming this, reclaiming that. You're making a statement to show where things came from, right? Performance is already in the name of the dancehall culture. And the write-up literally says that people come into our culture all the time and take from us and not give credit to where credit is due. We see all these white people making dancehall classes and going viral in Finland for doing basic ass shit, right? As if they're doing anything groundbreaking. We know it's not, right? However,
go to your bed.
It's just the fact that they're not giving credit. And that's the problem. And that's why we're saying we're reclaiming it. We're reminding you that it's black. It's black. It comes from blackness, which is why we're doing it at the Black Liberation Ball. All these things that you've stolen from us, quote unquote, we are now going to celebrate it in a black or Afrocentric environment, in an Afrocentric space.
Period.
And that is what that's what this ball is supposed to be. Right? It's called the entire symposium is called the Journey to Black Liberation Weekend because we're aiming to change Black History Month from just being about the past, but about an ideal future. And an ideal future does not exclude, right? Yeah. An ideal future is where everybody can be celebrated all together. And where everybody can feel like where they can express themselves and be respected all together. A modern future is where there are white people doing dance hall, but knowing and saying where it comes from in their history classes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that is what I feel is forward thinking. I don't actually think it's... Yeah, that's basically my point. And that's how the entire ball is structured. And that is how the entire weekend is structured. We're not just talking about, black relationships and the idea of quote unquote monogamy. We're talking about the future where we realize that quote unquote monogamy is not something that we were necessarily doing in the past. So our ideal future is where people have options of monogamy or polygamy. You have the fucking option for what works for you, right? This ball is literally an exhibition of black achievements, black creations, black greatness, black excellence, right? We're still celebrating all those things, and it doesn't have to be done only by black people. And I want to also mention the importance of allyship. Right? When I was talking about this just a second ago, I was thinking about pride and the fact that, yes, it's great. At the beginning, especially, we know pride started off as a protest, right? So it was strictly about getting rights, which we still are fighting for today, right? But the fight would have been still the same thing if it didn't modernize by getting allyship from straight people. We would not and I'm not talking about the dollars right now. I'm just talking about the social impact. We would not have no social impact if straight people did not come on board with the LGBT thing, right? And this is also not about white allyship. And I feel like people are being ignorant. Shout out to you, Cash. Talking about allyship and money, and this is about money. This is not about fucking money. Because I can literally say right now that no white person can walk the ball, and we'll still have all the same money, and we'll still have all the same programming for the symposium, and the white people will still be there because it's white people that feel a way about walking this ball. It's not black people. And it's me as a black person saying to them, you guys support our ballroom, first of all year round. So it's not like you're coming around cooning and just trying to show out at this particular ball. You walk balls all year round. There's only so many big balls in Canada. If we have 3 big balls a year, you're telling me you could only walk twice a year because the theme of this ball is the Black Liberation Ball. That is dumb. And that's dumb. What happens? So we have the Black Liberation Ball, so it's only for black people. Then what if we had the Pride Ball, and that's only for queer and trans people?
Sorry, Kyle asked, are white people going to be judged the same standard when they walk?
Yes. Because the category is nothing to do with quote unquote skin tone, right? And like we have that
just white people are never judged the same at balls. IMO. It's IMO.
They do things blacks will get chopped for. Yeah, okay, so sorry. Kyle, I just realized what you're talking about. European ballroom scene, by the way, and American scene is very different because white people are so infused in our scene. It's very much like how a straight person would be in RC. Like, we're used to seeing straight girls and women's performance all the time, right? So that is why it's not like they're going to be judged any differently. We have straight people walking our balls. We have a lot of women performance people that walk our balls here already. And we do not judge performance differently because they're born a woman. Because they're cisgender women. They get judged the exact same as the butch queens and the femme queens here. Well, we don't have femme queen performance like that. But everybody gets judged the same. So I just want to, like, that's the difference. In Canada, and that's another reason as to why it shouldn't just be black only, right?
What he's saying is that white mediocrity.
Yeah, he's talking about in the States. That's what I'm saying. Like, in Canada, we don't really have that issue.
Oh, okay.
Right? Not when it comes to judging the balls, because people will still, we don't have that judging the ball. That issue judging the ball. Who's judging? My thing is that white people have expressed to me that they're interested in coming to the ball to support the ball because they appreciate what the ball movement is about, but they feel that it would be offensive to walk.
I'm sorry, the Voguers here, the white Voguers that we do have here, actually they put in the work so that they don't come out and get chopped. To be honest with you, they do very well here.
People are already used to, like, things get old fast in Toronto. Mm-hmm. So, like, the fact that you're white, you know, could have got you through one time, but it's like, bitch, you're
right. It's not a problem.
It's not a thing. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, she's a white girl floating. Like, you have to be able to keep up with us, right?
They definitely
and they do.
And they push for it, which is very good about Toronto's, like, I guess Canada's ballroom scene, that they don't want to just look like, you know, mediocre white people. Because we do know and we do see the clips. The clips are very visible all over the world where people are mediocre and getting praised for shit. But yes, back to the question. I just want to reiterate that. So, my opinion, I'm only 1/3 of the curator team for the Black Liberation Weekend. By the way, it's also Michael Milan and Brandon Hay. So we've kind of had a discussion about this before at a meeting where we kind of think that, well, it's kind of obvious in our perspective now as organizers, right? Knowing that, let's just say we had the ball and it was black only walkers. How many people are we expecting to walk this ball?
13. Multiple categories.
Total. Okay? Like, total.
Right.
I mean, like, the whole list is black. You know, the top 10 list is all black. BLACK.
Because we don't have any walking white bitches.
Right, we don't have the, like, runway girls that are white like that in Canada. Right? But on the performance list, it would have been a complete sham to have the performance list and not have a couple white girls on that list. Right? Like, if that performance list was happening at the Black Liberation Ball, would that be an all-black list? Bitch, you gotta fucking be kidding me. That would be so late. Because our best Voguers are not all black. Right?
Facts.
We have Brian, we have Aura, we have Nika, we have Bam Bam, we have Maldita.
Dana.
Right? They're not black. So, Brian is Spanish, though. But yeah, so that's how I feel. How does anybody else feel? I don't think it's a really...
No, I think that pretty much just knocks it out of the park. That's it.
So white people.
And every
Asian people. Latin people. Indian people. And black people. Native people. Native, indigenous, everybody. Mixed race people. Come out and walk this fucking ball if you can. If you feel like walking it, if you like the categories and you see what it's given, then come out and walk this ball. What's up, Joelle? Hey, Mooga. Get out there and walk this ball. We're giving away a lot of money.
Are these requests to come on?
No, I think it's requests for tags.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I just said that.
Yeah, Janoy did say that. I didn't know he had some black in him.
So
I know he has some black in him.
Janoy, hello, Calamity and Shake, sis.
Oh, we're gonna do this?
Yes.
Woo, ciao.
Let me move though. So now that I got you guys here,
This is a heavy.
Tamar, hurry up.
What do you mean, hurry up? Oh, come, Janoy. Come.
Ooh, Miss Thing.
So, when was it? Yesterday or 2 days ago?
Well, it started, like 2-3 days ago.
We're talking about the Montreal teas here.
Wayne, perfect timing. We should invite you on camera so you can talk with. Okay, never mind.
Wayne wasn't there. Wayne had nothing to do with it. There was a situation that happened on Facebook with our beautiful drag sister Lactatia.
Andrew started
from
on
Montreal,
Instagram, but went onto Facebook. But
I'm saying, what I seen.
Right.
What I seen. And there was a picture of Lactatia with
what's her name?
Violet
Chachki.
I don't know what that is.
Who's the winner of Drag Race season 7 or 8 or something like that? Whatever. And the picture was posted with Lactatia in it, which Lactatia is a 9 to 10-year-old little boy who gets in drag, and Violet is 26 or 27, I believe, and she was butt-ass naked. She literally had
a little patch of hair on her tuck, which was like on top of her tuck.
A fake patch of hair, but
like there was no panty line, no nothing. Like she was the drag Miss. What's her Violet was naked, in her little piece of hair. Like yeah. It makes me uncomfortable to even show the picture. This is a 9 or 10-year-old child with a stranger.
A man, a grown ass.
I don't care. A grown drag queen.
Thanks. Was it like that?
What do you mean?
Was it like a grown ass man? Like it's not even that.
No. Okay. Well, whatever. But like
not a woman.
Was an adult.
Okay. All I'm saying is that it made me uncomfortable. Because I don't know the family, but I know them in passing through, ballroom here and there. And I'm a huge fan of, what their family stands for and stuff like that, or the message that they send to the world. So I'm very open with the mother of Lactatia in regards to how much I appreciate, the message that she's sending out to the world. Fine. So I felt, conflicted, but I'm like, let me just say something because she might be coming. She was there. I would assume she was there because she's always there. She's always there.
From what she said, they were passing by her, and she said that Lactatia asked what was that she was wearing, and then Violet told her what was wearing.
American,
yeah,
right?
and then they took a picture of it.
So they took a picture, whatever. But so I'm like, let me message her. So I messaged her, and maybe this might not be the best thing because we weren't there. We can't make sense of it. It just doesn't look right. It will be you'll get a lot of attention for the worst reasons. She's like, you know what, okay, and we dealt with it, whatever. She took it down, whatever. The next day, I'm minding my business, going on Instagram, and I see her posting LOL, and here's the whole article from, I don't remember what media outlet it was, but they caught the story, and she had reposted it, and was basically saying LOL at the fact there was the whole negative connotation on the fact that, are you looking for it?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're pulling it up right now.
Gay Star News,
and the headline is Drag Race winner slammed for posing naked next to 10-year-old child. So that's the headline, and it just felt like it made me feel even more uncomfortable when the response is just LOL from the mother of the child that this story is about. Whether we have different left or right wing views on the picture, the matter of the fact is, for me, this is my perspective, that there's terrible press involving your child. Terrible. This is not the kind of scandal anyone wants their child to be involved in, And basically the response in the comments was basically like, oh, finally the media is picking up on the story. Like, almost like any press is good press. And that frustrated me. So we had a little, going back and forth of opinions in the comments, and it made me and Janoy think if it was a black man in drags taking that picture, I'm telling you, the police would be at your door so long ago. You would have been hauled away so long ago. And I'm not going to argue with anyone about it because it's just a fact. I can't take a picture with Lactatia like that. I'm telling you I can't. First of all, I wouldn't, but I can't. He can't. Anyone, it's something that I'm just so conscious about every time there's a child around me, especially when I'm in drags. It's
And
just
the
like
fact that
I'm so aware
not
of
only-
certain things I say, certain jokes I would say. I'm not, and we were getting slammed from
Tons of people in the
the
comments
people
for-
in the comments basically
for being
saying
upset.
that we're body shaming Violet for
Because she's naked.
because she's naked. I'm
She's
like, and making her feel like being naked is sexual or inappropriate. There was nothing sexual about the picture. You are not dressed to be around anyone's 10-year-old. That's my only point. Not my 10-year-old, not your 10-year-old, not the friend of's 10-year-old, not your 10-year-old. You're not dressed for children. You are appropriately
blank.
dressed for adult entertainment. Has nothing to do with your body type, body shape, the way you use your body, nothing. It's not a body shaming situation. It's just wrong.
It's known for that very It is, but at the
that's
same
fine.
time, she should know, like, if you're going to be at a venue that kids are going to be at, you should have clothes on.
That ain't the costume for the kids, Miss Thing.
She wasn't even wearing any clothes. That was a fake patch of
Wait, what was
hair.
the comment?
JR said she was in drag and her brand is known for that very...
Yeah, but I don't. First of all,
Bears and their look.
I definitely have to agree with that because I don't think it's Violet's.
Violet...
It's not Violet's thing to be worried about. It's definitely the parents.
It's not. It's the
not-
parents,
I'm not
saying the parents.
right? It's not Violet's
Because Violet didn't need
issue,
to dress
but Violet,
differently.
you being the one that's naked, cannot be like, hey, look, hey, baby drags, give me a hug. Let's take a photo. That cannot. I don't know how.
I still think that not only is she the winner, but just being in drag in general, if you're going to be at a place that you know kids are going to be at, you should not be naked.
Do you know how
Have on some clothes.
I took a picture with Lactatia.
I don't know.
I took a picture with
She's
Lactatia at a ball,
like a drag-
and I was even so
People dress to
conscious
pride.
about how I posed with
People
a
wear that
child.
stuff to Pride though. Like Pride is definitely not going to be
It was just-
clothing like mandatory because we know kids go to Pride. There are people that walk down Pride Street completely nude.
That's true.
Right? And you're
But-
bringing your child there.
Not
right?
only are they nude, for the people that are saying it's not sexual, they're nude and
But I think
erect. I've
it's
seen them
different.
erect. So
There's a slight
What's the
difference.
slight difference? It's like,
Because
I don't know.
pride,
it's
you're
like
supposed to
drag
be
pride.
showing your
RuPaul's
pride. You're
Drag
supposed
Con
to be...
is drag pride.
You're so,
It's drag pride. All the drag queens go.
I don't
No,
know.
I
I don't
think
know
it's
what I don't know what
different.
the answer is
Senior
because I've never
women.
been to the Pride Parade.
Miss said, "Why are you naked at an all ages event?" That's the same thing. That's what my
No,
feeling. That's
the-
what I.
But she wasn't
The
naked.
balls there are not all ages.
She
are they?
basically was
Yeah, basically
wearing
what I'm
wearing
not naked is
a
not
fake
naked.
patch. Is naked.
not
She didn't even have anything on her ass. Her asshole was out.
Mercy. I'm twisted. Is the balls there all ages? Someone's asking in the comments.
It's what ball?
The ball in Montreal's. I mean, the balls in Montreal. Are
Is
they?
there all ages?
Is it all ages? The ones that we go to?
I don't think so, no.
No, no, they're not all ages.
I don't believe so. If any, I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna go back to the post to see exactly what.
But it's
that
just
was.
frustrating. It's called American.
Yeah.
It's called American. The whole covering thing. I don't know what American is.
American is a type of underwear worn that just covers the crotch.
Gotcha.
Literally.
I assumed that's what it was, but
It's
I
a-
never heard about it
It's
until this.
Almost like a fucking panty.
How do you guys feel about it though? Do you think that we were overreacting?
It was DragCon. It was at DragCon.
Do you think that we are overreacting? Do you think that we were overstepping? I just feel like there was a baby there last time. I just feel like if I did not say
lots of people
something,
were commenting on on the picture calling Violet a pedophile.
exactly.
One person said, "I don't care what semantics you want to argue. She's a pedophile in my book, and she should be treated as such."
But Violet is not a pedophile for that.
Well,
I'm
she's
not
not a
saying about the
pedophile.
pedophile for that. First of all, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
You're
not
saying
going
that's
with
what some
that
of the people in
I'm
the
saying
comments
people are saying that, and it looks bad, but like it's not a sexual picture. It's not. You're just not dressed to be around a child. That's all. Nothing sexual is happening in the picture. It doesn't look like Lactatia is in physical
Right.
danger.
Right.
She's not in any physical danger. And I'm sure that there's a whole room of adults around her, including her mom. But it doesn't make it appropriate. It doesn't make it appropriate.
And I even at the ball with the what Wayne was saying, there was a baby there last time. I actually came up to you and I said, "Why the hell is there a child at the ball?" And the parents were drinking with the child at the ball, and I was like, "Something's wrong here."
Whose child was drinking?
Missing some white couple at in Montreal.
Okay, what we're not gonna do is sit on and bash all of the people that come into my events.
I'm not here to bash.
bashing
No, we're
them.
not here to
I'm
bash
not bashing.
Montreal.
Wayne's
First of all, I
brought it
love
up. I'm saying,
Montreal.
yes, that is what happened.
I'm not here
I'm
to
not
bash. I
bashing
love
anybody.
Montreal, but I don't know anything about that. I didn't see that. But I mean, if they're let into the building, I mean, what was it? A child, or was it like a teenager child?
It was a baby. Like
What?
Like,
The baby was drinking?
No, the parents had liquor.
Oh,
like a glass
I
of
get what
wine
you mean. Okay.
While holding the baby. I mean, you could do that at home, but not at a function. That's
Bringing your
true.
infant to the club.
That's
It's just
right,
like,
yeah.
come on.
But yeah. Miss said, see, there's already so much nonsense with people calling LGBT pedophiles.
There is a lot of that shit going on where people, as long as they fall on that spectrum, are categorized as a pedophile or predator of some sort. But it does not help when there's a picture with a 9 or 10-year-old with a next to naked,
And Jared said he sees no
and not in a bathing suit kind of way.
There's nothing sexual about the photo.
There's nothing sexual about the photo, but you're not dressed to be around someone's child.
He said she's a winner of Drag Race, and her brand was made as a sexual and half-naked fashion queen. She's being true to her brand in an event that literally celebrates the show that shot her to stardom for doing exactly what as presented.
I know that already.
Naomi says, if you guys are talking about the picture with Lactatia and Violet, will people know Miss Violet Chachki's brand?
Listen to me. So we are all saying the same damn thing.
We know
Violet's not the problem. Lactatia's not the problem. I'm not trying to blame her parents.
Thank
but
you. Cash said,
but
but
the
kids
issue,
need to be kids.
Right. The
there's
issue
nothing
with her
sexual
is
about
with
the
the
photo.
parents believing that is appropriate when
and Miss said exactly what we're talking about. People are going to
I don't
spin
think
it
it is.
a different way.
Yeah, I just don't think it is. Like,
no matter what the truth is,
that's her brand.
People are going to see it and they're going to
her brand does not cater to 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds. She's not doing her brand to go into elementary schools and show them what she's working with. That's not what she's doing. She's not that drag. She's not the drag for the children. She's not. That's not the drag queen that, if that's her thing. I don't know her, first of all. I only know her from this picture. I've never heard of her before. If all she does is provocative stuff like that,